Like, what's he going to do, fire me? 20 points. 20 points. 20 points. We have one more piece to do for this evening, but before we do, there are a few thank yous that I need to make and try to make without making them blabbering over myself. First thank you goes to my wife, Michelle.
You want to sit down?
You all know how often your sons and daughters and kids are out at festivals and competitions and concerts and musicals and things like that. Michelle kept the house and the family together while I was with those things, and I really appreciate it. This is better than last time. It's got a little bit more control. I'd also like to introduce my daughter, Megan. I don't know where she went. Did she step out? She'll be there. She probably is screaming next week. Megan came through Newfane School. She's a producer of the 11 o'clock news at Channel 7 right now. And before she was in high school, she was at home with Michelle and my daughter, Monica. And I just want to thank her publicly without her knowing it. For her patience for all that. And right here in this section, I didn't know they were all coming, but is a large chunk of my 6 brothers and sisters and their husbands and wives and my mother.
Aww.
And when things get crazy, I always hear in my head things that Mom said. Or she's not here. There's a Megan. So thank you, Mike. And I have to thank all of you who are here because the community of Newfane has been a fantastic place to raise our family. You literally paid my bills for 33 years. I have no way of thanking you for that other than to just tell you thank you. And Michelle and I bought a house 5 years ago now, in the town of Newfane. We intend on staying here and trying to give back to the community that has given us so much. So thank you. I'm doing all right. I feel like I should talk more. And lastly, as I look up in the audience, I see students here from 82 and 83, which is really cool. And I still see you in the band, and there are parents in the band now who were students of mine sitting almost in the same seats, which is really a neat experience, but it just reinforces that I'm too old for this. I can't remember what I was going to say, but I know that's out the window. That's another thing that comes with this. So this
microphone is dying, so you have to bear with me. I can scream out. Our students are going to move over to the side. If you want this band to come on in.
I really didn't say anything because I'll just turn into a blubbering idiot, which I already was. One quick thing, I saw Bill McKenna recently. Bill graduated in 95. Is that good? Graduated in 95. I said, Bill, how are you? He said, I'm surprised you're here. Nola warned me about this. She said, I'm surprised you remember me. He said, I'm surprised you remember me. I remember all of you guys. You are frequently the subject of conversation at dinner. Michelle and I wonder how I was able to keep this job.
So as you can see, this is our alumni band, which thank goodness for technology, Facebook, this is why we are all here. I'm not going to give the big official speech. I'm going to pass over to Chris O'Keefe in just a minute, but I wanted to let Moose know and the audience know the top 5 things I learned from getting the alumni band rolling. Number 5. I've invited lots of strangers over to my house and honestly responded with, I don't know, when my 4-year-old daughter Kimberly asked me who they were. Number 4, I now know the maiden and married names of over 200 women who graduated from Newfane from the years of 1982 to 2012 and can easily spell, but probably still can't pronounce, Arnhammer?
Arnhammer.
I can spell it. Number 3, I have more Facebook friends than I could ever dream of, even though I couldn't really tell you who any one of them were in person. However, we seem to enjoy liking each other's Facebook statuses and all of our family pictures. Number 2, I have finally learned to navigate the streets of Niagara County through dropping off instruments, reeds, and music. The only frustrating part of the process was that I obviously could not call Moose for help with directions. And the number 1 thing that I learned from getting the alumni band rolling is that I learned that I didn't think anyone could truly love a teacher as much as I love Mr. Meyer. But seeing every single alumni band member eager to set life aside for just a bit to have Moose conduct us one more time goes to prove how much he means to each and every one of us. Thank you, Moose, for being such a powerful inspiration, a mentor, colleague, and most importantly, a wonderful friend. Thank you. I'm a graduate of 1990, which seems like a long time ago. Sporting this shirt. I have the distinct honor of having been a student, a colleague, head parent of a student who's playing in the band today, and a friend. Yeah, we have a lot of things I can tell you about, but you don't need to know because you all have your own memories. So I was here to talk to Moose, so if you don't mind. Sorry. I'd like to speak on behalf of the many students represented here, and there's many that couldn't come but wanted to be here. From you we learned that a teacher's true measure of success is when students in your sphere of influence rise up to become more than they knew they could. We learned that a teacher's true measure of success is when students learn that life can be a source of fun and joy. Always. A teacher's true measure of success is when students learn to not take themselves too seriously and how to celebrate their own quirks and contributions and those of others. No matter how weird we were, you always loved each one of us. Truly. A teacher is successful when students are comfortable because they know they are loved. A teacher is successful when students are given tools and opportunity, but it's not done for them. Their success is earned by their own effort. A teacher is successful when students find refuge from a hostile world in your classroom. A teacher's true measure of success is when you can run a tight ship without raising your voice. I don't think ever. I remember. And a teacher is truly successful when your students want to be like you in the adult world because you made a difference in their childhood. There are many things that we could say about what we experienced while we were your students. Some of them our parents probably don't want to know. But we thank you for memories that last, for teaching us to love all kinds of people, and for teaching us that inspiring others is a legitimate career goal, regardless of where we work. There are many alumni that have chosen the noble profession of teaching because you gave us hope that we could do good in this world. There are many that are still involved in music because you taught us to appreciate what is beautiful instead of how to compete with each other. There are many who have insisted that their children get involved because their involvement in music was a highlight of their high school experience. So from each of us, I hope I'm speaking well for you, we thank you. You loved us individually and helped each of us learn up to our potential, the true definition of differentiated instruction. We wish you well in your new stage of life. May God bless you with new opportunities as you move forward. He has used you, and He will not stop using you. And you already said this, but Michelle, a special thank you for sparing him on so many Saturdays for festivals and solo fests and band trips and musical rehearsals and musicals and the many, many extras that he gave to us. Because without you, he wouldn't be what he was, and we know that. We are all better people for having been members of the senior high band. I hope you all agree. And I would just at this time ask any former student to please stand so we can all see each other again.